Hi, Karen here with an energy update. Don't you love it how all these people are giving us energy updates about what sort of energies are hitting the planet and what astrology is doing and, the different frequencies that we're experiencing at the moment. And I'm not saying that we aren't experiencing some really amazing new frequencies on this planet. But what I want to say about all this is just like we have weather. We have to cope with hot days, cold days, windy days, rainy days, dry days, humid days, depending on where you live in the world. We also have to cope with the energy weather that's happening at the moment. And just like the weather on our planet is kind of seeming out of control, maybe it's just the media reporting more of the crazy weather around the planet, or maybe it is Mother Gaia, ramping things up energetically, which is being seen inside our weather patterns and our weather systems. We, as deliberate creators, as creators of our reality, we as human beings who have the power to tune in, tap in, and turn on to source energy, to our source of pure positive energy, have the ability to weather any storm, be it an energetic storm or a physical storm or an emotional storm. This is our power as genius deliberate creators. We can get thrown around by the weather and complain about, oh my God, isn't it terrible? Isn't it terrible? I hear this conversation all the time amongst the spiritual, new age, conscious community, that they're feeling tired, that they're feeling this, that they're feeling that. And they're always blaming it on some astrology, some weather pattern, some energetic weather pattern. And I'm not saying, again, that we aren't experiencing this. But with anything that we bump up against in life, whether it's a situation with our health or with the health of a loved one, or if you watch the show and you've read my book, Awakened by Death, or our book, it's a collective book, you'll read in the book that no matter what happens to us, we have the ability to choose a better feeling thought, to choose a different vibration, to be able to hit a circumstance, might be the energetic weather, that light packages that are hitting this planet, that's ramping up all the subconscious beliefs that have been buried and hidden, that's opening our third eyes, that's creating Kundalini experiences with people around the globe, and they feel like they're going crazy. We are all going a little bit crazy, I think. It's a good thing. It's a good thing because we're not programmed sheep just following the collective conditioning. So I think it was Neil Donald Walsh said in the book Conversation with God, in order to feel God or connect to God, you need to be out of your mind. So we all need to be a little out of our mind, because our mind is driven by this collective thought forms, subconscious thought forms. And so in order to tap into that power that we are, our source, we have to be out of the mind, out of the conditioned mind that says, poor me, where's my stuff? Why can't I have what I want? I'm a failure. I hate this job. I hate the weather. I hate, this constant complaint and drudgery. And in a mind that says, wow, isn't this a wild ride? Enjoy the weather. You can dance in the rain or you can complain about it. It's the same with the energy packages that are hitting our planet, the different planetary alignments. So many people out there are talking about eclipses, full moons in Sagittarius, and how that is going to impact you. And I'm not saying that it won't impact you. It will impact you. But as a deliberate creator, as a genius deliberate creator, as somebody who knows how to tap in, tune in, how to move the dial on your vibrational frequency, you know how to ramp up your vibration. You know how to weather the storms. This is such an important message, especially in these times of great shift, because there are people in the world that are going through some pretty dramatic things. There always has been, but there just seems to be more of it. And there are probably people in your family or your friends. And while you weather the storms of life, emotional storms, energetic storms, physical storms, you maintain that stability of connection that everyone's looking for. Because we only feel bad when we're out of alignment with who we really are. And who we really are is a source of pure positive energy, a source of infinite intelligence, of love, of bliss, of joy, of happiness. Everyone is looking for that with everything they're looking for, whether they've had a loved one that's died and they're grieving. What they're looking for is that realignment. They're looking for that realignment with their joy because they're believing their thoughts that say, I've lost something I can never, ever have a connection with again, which, as you know, if you watch these shows that I do and read the book, that's just not true. We are multidimensional beings. We're living in different realms simultaneously, and we have connection when we align our energy and don't get bumped around by the storms and the weather of life. So next time you hear somebody talking about energy alignment and how it's going to be bad and how you're going to be feeling terrible, maybe you do feel terrible, maybe you do feel tired. Just be kind to yourself and say, you know what, I'm feeling tired today. I'm just going to chill and relax and just enjoy this quiet time and not try and force to get things done. And if things don't happen the way I think they want to happen, like they should be, like I'm talking to you now because I'd planned a show, and because of the time zones, I often get this wrong. Talking to somebody who lives in the UK, but he's in the States at the moment, we got the times wrong. So instead of thinking, drat, I'm thinking, wow, how can I weather this and make it a positive thing? You know, we can make that decision with everything. What's the gift in this? How can I make this a positive thing? How can I see the benefit? How can I raise my vibration? How can I feel good about this? Being tired, feeling beaten around by the energetic storms. How can I find my alignment? How can I, just like you're on the radio station, looking for the station, you know, it's gone off alignment. How can I just adjust my frequency so that I'm back on in alignment? It's not what you're doing, it's how you're feeling. And let me tell you that when you do make the effort to adjust your alignment, in that you make the effort to find a thought that feels better, or how you can enjoy your current circumstances, action becomes effortless. Action inside misalignment is just so effortful. You know, like thinking, I'm fat and I need to go out and exercise. This is me, right? And I just can't be bothered. Like going out and exercise or jogging and running on a treadmill feels like huge effort because I'm not in alignment with it. But when you're feeling in alignment, you're feeling energized. And so moving naturally feels like something you want to do instead of an effort. It's the same with work. When you're in alignment with what you're doing, whether you're a teacher or, you know, a teacher of spiritual work, or you're sharing your story, or you're writing a book, or you're in a mainstream job and you're thinking, I don't want to do this job anymore. I want to do something else that uplifts humanity, that is more about who I am. When you're out of alignment in your day-to-day, you're not going to find the alignment with what you're asking for. So it's really important when you have a desire, no matter what it is that you're asking for. You might want to save the planet. You might want to get pregnant. You might want to find a lover. You might want to have more abundance. You might want to change your job. Whatever it is that you're looking for, you need to find alignment with where you are in this moment in order for the manifestation of the new desire, the new circumstances, the new earth, the new shift in your consciousness, the new expansion in your third eye, the new connection. If you're asking to be more connected to your spirit guides or more connected to your loved ones that have passed. It's all about finding that alignment within yourself. And when you do, it becomes effortless. And I've spoken to many people on the show and also as clients who are wanting that alignment with maybe someone who has passed. And in that moment of enjoying something, like something funny, they're watching something funny or they're having a great conversation, they'll have a memory or they'll have a spark of inspiration of their loved one, and like they've given them a message. And then the conscious mind comes in and says, oh, it's just a thought I'm having. But it's actually that connection, because in your alignment with your source, with pure positive energy, that's their window of opportunity to connect with you, because they vibrate at a different frequency. So when you bring yourself to a similar frequency, now you can gain connection. So let me know about how you weather the storms of life, the energy storms, the physical storms. There's been a lot of fires around the planet. Talking about this to someone who's just had everything burned down. It's still good advice, but can you hear this sort of advice when you're in complete despair? Probably not, because what I'm saying is too far vibrationally speaking from someone who's in complete despair. So if you want to repeat what I'm saying to others, make sure that they're not in despair, because telling people to feel better when they're feeling complete devastation doesn't help. Believe me, I've tried many times. I have my brother going through an operation. He feels pretty cool about it. But underneath his brave demeanor, I think he's pretty frightened. So you can't have those conversations with someone that's pretty frightened about losing their life, maybe. Someone who doesn't believe in afterlife or believe in anything spiritual. It's a lot scarier for those people to think that they might die than someone who knows, wow, we go on and we've got all these different dimensions we can play in, and this is just one of them. And that's a much better thought, isn't it? So losing our life doesn't feel so scary, because we know that we go on. We can stay connected to the people that are here. In fact, they're here and there simultaneously, just like we are. So we're never apart. Something we know from that perspective, but we forget from this perspective. There's always a thought that connects you to your alignment with your source. There's always an idea, a concept, a thought, a memory, reminders from home. So I hope you find your alignment and let me know how you go. Lots of love and blessings.